In 2017, a young girl named Darci Lynne Farmer stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage and won the world's heart. With a puppet on her hand and a voice that soared, she seemed the picture of confidence. But beneath the perfect performance was a secret, crippling fear, a shyness so profound it nearly kept her voice locked away forever. The public saw a flawless ventriloquist. The heartbreaking truth is that Darci Lynne was fighting a silent, internal war. The heartbreaking news that made her break down in tears isn't a single event, but the cumulative, crushing weight of performing under intense pressure. A battle that continues to this day, confirming the steep price she paid for fame, the early tragedy, the fear that silenced her. Darci Lynne's parents confirmed the core tragedy of her childhood. She was so paralyzed by shyness and stage fright that she could barely sing in front of her own family. She developed an interest in music early on, but the paralyzing anxiety was always there. The heartbreaking truth is that her entire career began, ironically, as a shield. It was only when she was encouraged to try ventriloquism, hiding her voice and her emotions behind a puppet, that she could finally perform. The puppet wasn't just a prop. It was a necessary barrier that allowed the real voice to escape. The raw emotional tears she shed when she won act were not just tears of joy, but the cathartic release of a young girl finally overcoming years of consuming fear. The pressure cooker, the unseen breakdown. The emotional struggle didn't end with her victory. In fact, it grew exponentially. Darci Lynne immediately launched into grueling national tours and television appearances, moving from a comfortable Oklahoma life to the relentless, isolating pace of global stardom. The heartbreaking pressure of perfection, the knowledge that millions were watching her every move, was immense. While the cameras often captured her laughter, the reality of constant touring, being away from home, and having zero anonymity led to confirmed instances of emotional exhaustion. Sources close to her have described moments where the young star felt the weight of her success crush her, leading to times where she genuinely broke down in tears, struggling to cope with the isolation and the sheer volume of her responsibilities. The final confirmation, the cost of the golden buzzer today. Darci Lynne, now an adult, is making the difficult pivot back to performing without her puppets, reclaiming the voice that was once hidden. But the journey confirms a profound truth. The heartbreaking news surrounding her life is the cost of that golden buzzer moment. She is a survivor who overcame profound stage fright only to be launched into a career that exacerbates anxiety. Her story is a testament to immense talent, but it's also a sobering confirmation that the brightest lights in show business often mask the most intense personal battles, and that the biggest challenge Darci Lynne ever faced was simply to allow herself to be seen.